Hello Virgo, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. It's a privilege, I can talk, to have each and every single one of you. Virgo, this is going to be your November 2023 reading. This will be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus. Crosswatcher, if that's you, welcome to the channel as well. And with that, just discern the messages, guys. Don't force something to fit that doesn't. And we're going to jump right into it. Let's just get to it. No more blah, 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 except for thank you for those of you who have subscribed, liked, commented, and shared the channel. I appreciate you guys so very much. It is such a big help to the channel. So thank you for that. Virgo, when I pulled your card, there's a couple energies that popped up for me. And it's almost like there's something either in the distance that it's like you're looking well past whatever is right in front of you right now. And it's almost like you're trying to block some sort of energy that's like in the here and now. And we'll see what that is about moving through November. You know, guys, I just want to say this too. Even pushing these readings out before November so you have them and they're readily available to you. But pay attention to the energy. That's why I do the mid-month. That's why I try to do some other check-ins throughout the month, because if I can. Because the energy is always changing. So I don't know why I feel the need to say that to you, but just be aware of that, okay? So, if I don't know, just be cognizant of that. So Virgo, let's see here. What does Virgo need to know for November of 2023? Alliance. And I was kind of messing around a little bit before I I was messing with some cards, okay? There's no other way to put it. I was just kind of get a feel for your energy. And loyalty came out in another deck. Spirit told me not to use that deck for this reading, but loyalty. And now I've got this alliance and magnetism. Again, it's like you're being drawn out to something else other than what's right in front of you. I'm not real sure what this is. Efficiency. I don't feel like things are running smoothly. And Virgo, your readings for the past couple of months have been wild when I've read them. 222 on the clock. Excuse me. It's like you've dealt with some shady people. Let's be real, right? Let's call it for what it is. And it's almost like this need to want to be taken away from a particular situation, a particular something that's going on for you. Things do not feel, and have not felt for a while, like they're running smoothly for you. Why? I'm not real sure, other than in the past what I was able to see was there were some people around you, or a person around you, who was probably pretty close in nature to you that was creating some turmoil. And here we have repetition. I feel like there's a lot of anxiety tied to this card right now for you, Virgo. Could have your stomach in knots, whatever this is. I don't want to say I hate it. That's a terrible way to put it. I would love to see rainbows and butterflies for you guys, but the reality of it is that we're in this spiritual realm to figure out what things are off, where we're heading, what's going on in our world that is causing low vibrating frequencies, the things that are obscuring us from reaching our fullest potential. So it's not like I'm trying to constantly pick out the problems, as it is Spirit's way of going, this is what you're dealing with. Let's address this so that you can move on, right? And right now, this feels like it's just a constant. It's like you come out of one phase of one thing, and it's like the next phase of the next thing is coming in. Some of these also feel to be repeating. It's like, when the ponies start to run, they run, and they don't stop until they're exhausted, right? And that's kind of how this feels to me. It's just a constant go, and it's wearing you down, because it's like, I just need space to breathe. I need time to breathe. I need just to be, right? Just to be for a change. Perception. Some of you could be working you could be doing yoga. You could be using mantras, finding the positions of the mantras as well with the hands, or needing to just go into a place of solitude and mindfulness, quiet stillness for yourself. This magnetism card still sits on the bottom with this. And again, this is the idea of seeing something off in the distance, knowing that there's something else out there than what it is that you've been experiencing for such a long time. And again, the last couple of months I've seen this energy for you all. It wears me out thinking about what it is that you're dealing with. And it's like you see, you know, our third eye is to see in an ulterior, not ulterior, in another realm, in another way of things, right? To see the things with the mind's eye that we can't see with our physical eye. It is that intuitive knowing. It is this massive awareness within us that draws our attention to it and says, do you see me? Can you feel me? Are you aware of me? This is your intuition. This is your perception. This is your acknowledgement of things outside of yourself and outside of what you're able to see in the physical 3D. So, you know, place that where it fits for you guys. But this idea of perception is continuing on for you. Give me 1 second. Okay. So let's see what's going on for you, Virgo. I kind of feel like you're either hiding something away or needing to block and push something away. That's it almost feels tempting to you in your energy. It's like tempting you for some reason or another, whatever this means for you. All right, for Virgo, Knight of Pentacles, slow-moving offers, something trying to come into form, the Hierophant. This could be in regards to a marriage. I'm even going to say so far as to a reconciliation of a marriage or a partnership of some sort. This could also be in regards to work. I do feel like there's a governing authority over this particular situation, which, again, this could be a higher agency. This could be spiritual evolution. This could be your spirit guides, right? It could be a lot of different things, but it's requiring you to make some change. We've got the Knight of Swords, and we've got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse in the current energy. Knight of Swords can tend to, I'm not a fan of this card personally. This could tend to be an aggressive energy. The Six of Pentacles in reverse is like somebody coming at you with these two combined without having the skills to give back is really what this feels like. It's like, excuse me, daughter. This is not being able to give back in an appropriate fashion. It's like, I'm going to take. And again, this is an energy that I've seen for you guys for some time. So this is my life. Just shut the door. You're good. Just shut the door. It's okay. Okay. So sorry. She's walking out of one room and into another. But this is some aggressiveness. And this can also be you withdrawing. When you're being faced with this energy, this is the need to withdraw from that and to try to close this out. You could be dealing with a Cancerian energy, as we have the Queen of Cups there as well. But to me, when you've got somebody coming at you in this aggressive kind of form of energy, or this abrupt, like, I want it now, I need it now kind of thing, that doesn't come from a loving space. That comes from a manipulating space that you guys are dealing with. And again, I have seen this for you for so long. I wish I had a better answer as to what the hell is happening here. The Seven of Pentacles, the Four of Swords. You could be dealing with somebody, Virgo, Three of Swords. I'm going to say this, and I don't mean this in a negative sense and cross-watch, or if this is you, like, please, you know, take this with a grain of salt, but also take a moment of reflection. Somebody here could just be losing their mind. It's like in their boredom where they feel there's nothing coming to fruition for themselves. It's like, they're burning themselves out. You could be burning yourself out, Virgo, as well. But this is tied to something and somebody that you found to be loving, nurturing, caring, and the script could be flipping from going from a loving, nurturing, caring kind of energy to somebody who is cold, miserable, hateful, in pain. You could see signs of like dementia depending on age. The mental health appears to me to be declining, because it's like when they're up and functioning, it's restless. When they're laying down, it's about the only time I feel like you're gaining any kind of peace in a situation. And this could be why your focus is looking towards the future of like what happens after this is done, after this is said and over with, you know. So let's dig deeper. Now, really? We've got that World card coming back out in the Seven of Wands. Let me take a look at what came out here, the Wheel of Fortune. I do believe, Virgo, with this Knight of Pentacles, this offer, this reconciliation kind of energy that I was getting, I'm hearing strings attached from spirit. This is also like this hope, essentially, that something was going to close out for you, that this was going to come to an end, that we would be able to move on into a new time, space, reality kind of thing, that we were able to establish some new boundaries around what was going to be tolerated and what would not be tolerated for you, regardless of, you know, the situation, right? I'm reading for how many of you, but it was like establishing some boundaries to hoping to turn a new page, right? The Wheel of Fortune is a positive turn of events, moving into something that's more fruitful. But again, there's this mental energy surrounding somebody when it comes to the ability to think things through in a logical sense with that Judgment card. It's lacking the logic of a particular situation. Future energy, the Ace of Pentacles. Somebody could be kind of bullying, trying to get their way when it comes to certain situations. And the Four of Cups, I talked about that boredom, and there comes that Four of Cups, right? You know, he's very focused on these three things, these three cups, and he's failing to see what it is that's being handed to him otherwise. And it's like, you could be dealing with somebody, and there's that Empress again, the Queen of Swords, that is not happy within themselves. The Two of Pentacles is constant back and forth between logic and the heart. They could be in a space, Virgo, too, that, you know, when you're looking at this from the outside perspective, and it's going to be about your perception of how you're going to handle these things, you know, they're asking for more, they're taking more, and it's like no matter what you give, it's not the right thing. It's kind of like spoiled brat kind of energy. It's like, you know, it'd be like saying to your child, you know, they want, I don't know, green beans, horrible example, right? Candy, ice cream, whatever. You know, we'll say a Klondike bar, right? Like, they want a Klondike bar. You've got ice cream sandwiches and ice cream cups in the refrigerator, and you're like, listen, I don't have that, but I can give you this. Right? I can give you something to fulfill your needs. I'm giving you the next best thing that I have to offer you. And it's just never enough. It's a complaint no matter what you're giving, no matter what you're doing. And I feel like there's a lot of frustration coming behind the scenes of that, whether it's for you or for them, that it's like, it's just never enough. It's a take kind of energy. And it's exhausting you. It's really, in this, you know, when we talk about the mental health, like, this kind of energy after a while, I mean, can tend to be narcissistic type of vibes, like telling you all the time that this isn't enough, or this isn't right, or this hasn't been done the right way, can send you mentally into a downward spiral as well. And that's, again, really how this feels to me. We've got Temperance, trying to balance your emotions, trying to create a space of healing and balance. The Magician coming out in the sideways position with the Judgment underneath. With the Seven of Pentacles and Temperance, it's like, I still feel like with Temperance, you're falling short to someone's expectations. Again, that efficiency coming out in the reverse position is like, it's just not enough. I can produce, and it's not enough. It's like every time I try to hit it's like hitting the bullseye, or trying to hit the bullseye, you know, it's like having a dartboard and trying to hit the bullseye, and then at the very last second, once you shoot that dart, they move it. And it's like, how the hell am I supposed to hit a bullseye if it won't stand still? Right? It's constantly that kind of thing. Like, you just can't hit your mark with whatever this is, whatever this person or situation or job or family relationship as well is. It just doesn't come to fruition the way you want it to. And this Judgment is like a judgment call. I feel like your frustrations, and it's like you could be throwing yourself into a lot of your work, the things that are causing distractions for you. And again, that energy of seeing beyond where you are. It's like, if I just overlook the problem, will something come to a space where it resolves itself so that I don't have to deal with this anymore, right? So, I love it. I'm so sorry. Okay, are we good now? Go. I'm recording. Go. Mom life, right? Mom life. All right. So, let's see here, Virgo. Constant interruptions, right? All right, Virgo. Virgo. Eight of Swords, the Six of Cups. Spirit is saying that this has been affecting you for some time. Like, even if you did not want to see how this was affecting things, it's like you can't miss it now. You may have grown older with this person, grown up with this person, This could even be a sibling relationship, and it's like you could be trying to be there and be loving and supportive of whatever it is that they're going through, but it's like for every solution they've got a problem, right? You can't get ahead with them no matter what you do. And it's kind of like you may have seen this, Virgo, in your own mother as well. So this is kind of like a childhood situation repeating. You could be dealing with your mother as well, with that Empress that I kept seeing too, right? She is the mother, she is the nurturer, she is the caregiver. Too many cards with this. Put these back in the deck. All right, what is this Knight of Pentacles in the world, please, for Virgo Spirit? Ten of Swords. I do feel like with that Ten of Swords, was it your reading I just said about the Four of Pentacles? It might have been somebody else's earlier today. Ten of Swords is putting an end to the things of the past. With that World card, it is you're really, really reaching for a complete conclusion of something so that you could move on to this higher connection, this higher calling. Going, you know, these, and I don't know why I want to say this, but the rules of our marriage, and like I hate to say rules because the patriarchy, like we're not going to get too far into that, but you know, there are new rules and boundaries being established for the way that people are intertwined in relationships these days, about our roles, who we are, what we're doing, why we do it, that, you know, things are just really radically changing right now, and it's something that a lot of people are struggling to adapt to. But regardless, it's like, for as much as you wanted to move on and move forward, you've got the Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. Something from that past situation that was trying to close out, it's like it's still being carried forward into the now. So, you know, I could use this as an example. If somebody cheated, right? You could agree, like, it happened, it's done, it's over with, let's move on and move forward. And if the healing hasn't taken place, there's going to be a buildup of resentment later on. And it's kind of like that same kind of energy that, like, even though these things have happened, even though we've both agreed to move on from whatever this situation was, there's still something around this that has made me put my guard up, that has made me pay attention to things, that has made me become a little defensive because I don't know that I trust it anymore, right? And we've seen that Three of Swords earlier. Again, the Four of Cups, repetitive energy. I can tell you guys that every reading that I've done so far for November, the cards from both decks have repeated themselves. This Four of Cups it's like, I will move into this, but I don't know what I've got to give. And it's almost like when somebody is trying to give something, someone else is turning their back to it and going, it's not enough. It's still not enough. It doesn't matter how you do it, how you try to, it's not enough. Okay. And it's also substituting spirit. So, you know, I'm going to say this, like if it's a substitution of something, we'll use a job as an example. You know, maybe you had 3 sick days and 2 weeks of vacation, and they pull, you know, a week of vacation, or only give you 7 days of 7 full days of vacation, but they go, oh, I'm gonna give you 2 more sick days. You're like, really, that's it? Like, you're gonna take all this away and then only give me that little bit? Like, they don't equal out. They don't balance out. So it's leaving you kind of in this place of frustration and going, this isn't working for me. Whatever the situation, whichever end it is, it's not working for me. There comes that Four of Pentacles again. It's like, you know, I'm holding on to what is mine. And then I look at that 4 with that Ace. It's 5 of Pentacles. Somebody is still feeling a loss and lack in a situation. And it's like, this really has to do, when I look here, Virgo, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Pentacle cards on the table. And you've got 4 major arcanas. There's little love to be had. The only cups I'm seeing here is the 4 of Cups repetitively, right? Emperor is trying to control what it is that he's giving out. He's trying to, you know, it's like, I'm going to give you just enough because I'm being met with anger and hostility. Like, give me a reason to want to give. Give me a reason to feel secure in my ability to give, because right now I feel like I'm lacking. You know, apply the roles as they fit for you guys. But it's like, when you're being met with hostility, you don't want to give to somebody. You don't want to give to them, because it's like, what's the point? Why am I doing this? Like, what am I getting in return here that makes sense to me? And that's really a lot of that energy. And behind that, you know, this is a power play of control when it comes to 2 people. You've got the Devil and the 2 of Cups. It is mental, it is emotional manipulation. It is narcissistic tendencies from somebody in this situation. And, you know, and I know, like, they throw the word narcissist around pretty lightly these days. But when you look at how it plays out in the long term or what's been going on, you begin to see a pattern. The Hierophant, again, repetitive cards. We've got the Four of Cups twice, the Hierophant twice. Changing your views on what it is that structures your life. It's almost like somebody is out of touch. I keep hearing out of touch, is out of touch with reality right now. They're disconnected in a mental state that it's almost like you could see them go from laughing 1 minute to screaming and crying the next, and you're like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? Everything was fine 10 minutes ago, and now all of a sudden the world's coming to an end again. And it's this need to see beyond. It's like, I don't want to see this, I don't want to hear this, I don't want to feel this. Again, that reaching out for something beyond where you are right in this moment. You've got the Three of Swords underneath there with the Page of or the Knight of Pentacles. Virgo, whatever this is for you, you are slowly making an exit from this. It's like time is up. I've had enough. I cannot continue to be in this space. And it's like you may be kind of tiptoeing, doing eggshells, you know, walking on eggshells for a little while until I think there's going to be a moment of abrupt, you know, I said earlier, the ponies, when the ponies take off and run, they don't stop. They just go. When they've got that freedom, that gate opens and they're gone. They're gone. And I kind of feel like you're waiting for your grand moment of exit, because it's like, it's so emotionally and mentally unstable at this point that it's almost kind of scary. Okay? Temperance and the Seven of Pentacles, please, Spirit. The Knight of Swords, that energy of get up and go. I mean, you see him, he's off. He's out. He's taken off. The Knight of Swords is also about communication, can be messengers, right? Spirit just said it's time to strive for your highest, because here is not it. Okay? And then you've got the Five of Cups. It's leaving you again in emotional turmoil, emotional lack. You may be trying to find a way to express this, but coming from a loving and caring place of I'm not seeing anything change. I'm not seeing the seeds that we planted back here when we chose to close out a cycle to start anew. I've not seen any growth from this. It's just been chaos. This whole spread is just chaos. One cycle of chaos after another, after another, after another. And what it leads to is the Five of Cups. You know, and then you've got the Six of Pentacles and that Emperor again. Somebody is just ungrateful. Ungrateful. It's, again, that idea of not enough. You can never please. You can never give enough. You can never give so much. You know, it's like you can only give so much of yourself until you're absolutely depleted. With this Four of Swords, I'm sorry, and the Magician. King of Swords in the reverse. Somebody here, Virgo, is going to have to make up their mind on what it is they're going to do. Now, 23:23 on the clock. If this is, where was I going with that? Just slipped my mind. I don't know where that thought came in and that thought left. Or that message did. King of Swords in the reverse. Calculating. Manipulating. Doesn't tell the truth. Cannot be clear to save his ass. It's a misfire of communication. I would be mindful, Virgo, of how this person is communicating with you, because that Magician coming out sideways, I feel like they're kind of, it's a constant flip-flop in their energy the whole time. They may be talking about past memories, past things that have come up, how hard they've worked for certain things, and it's like, well, they just stop to see how hard I've worked to get to where I am too. So there's just a lot of conflict between both sides here. I've got triple Taurus energy here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. You could be dealing with any sign, essentially, right? It doesn't have to be one of those signs. But this has to change. Virgo, the best advice that I can give you as a human being as I sit here in this form is, Spirit just said, it's like you don't know who they are anymore. Whatever this is, if this was a job or is a job, if this is a person, if this is, so many different things, what you once thought it to be, what you thought it truly was, it's not who they are, what it's about anymore. And you're being drawn somewhere else. You're being drawn, whether it's just for the sake of self, which I think it is with this Nine of Pentacles. But it's asking you to remove yourself from the situation. And I feel like I'm repeating myself with this message from the last time I gave one for you guys. But let's, human advice. If you're not happy and the situations and circumstances around you are not changing, you have got to be the change. And I feel like I probably said that to you before recently too. Okay. All right. Let's see, Spirit. What's the advice for Virgo in the month of November? The word wants to be written. There's a lot of, I'm going to say silence and sorrow here with this particular situation. There is, oh shoot. Okay, so sorry. All right. There is a lot of sorrow attached to this, but with this sorrow comes transformation, comes change, comes enlightenment to the pathways, to the divine, to what needs to change, to what needs to be let go of, to what needs to be cleansed. It's hard to watch things change around us that we have no control over. Sacred Fool, I can't show her because she's not wearing clothes, okay? Or she's missing some. But nonetheless, she's puppeteering. She's mastering or trying to puppet and control what is going on around her. That jester, right? He's a trickster. He's a trickster kind of energy. And every time you're in this space of sorrowfulness that you're just not understanding what the hell is going on, it's like they are working to pull or push the next button in you to see what other reaction they can get from you. And what I think is interesting, if I lay these cards here like this, we do this so that we don't get in trouble, right? Even though we're all adults here. You see this face is looking down at that one going, oh, I got a reaction. I got a response to the games that I play. It's like they're thriving off of that response from you. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. I'm going to go back to that head space. There's a lot of cellular structure, DNA, and things that are happening in this card. Understand that when you're dealing with, if you are dealing with, I'm not saying all of you are dealing with this situation. Some messages are for you, some are not. Any conditional programming that we've had will change the structure of every cell in our body. It's not just our heart that goes through it. It's not just our mind that goes through it. Our immune system goes through it. Every skin cell, every nerve ending, every neuroreceptor in our brain is dealing with these situations that send us from one high to one low. And when we're constantly back and forth in those energies, our bodies don't know how to respond anymore. They become rewired to these conditions and these situations, and they're not healthy. They will bring you to an early death. And I hate to say it that way, but it does. It wears the body and the mind down. Where you once thought that there was fertile ground to be had, where you once thought that love and emotion ran. And I think it's funny. I've got that hermit crab there. A crab is Cancerian energy. They got the pinchers, right? Like reaching out to pinch you kind of vibe. Could be dealing with a Cancer. But it's like you've watched this change over the years. You've watched beautiful memories take shape. You've watched, you know, starry nights and clear skies together, or you've seen the evolution of a business and how it's changed and evolved if you've been there for years. So it's like the memories of what is going on are really kind of seeping into the crevice, but it's also making you feel very barren. And it's taking a taxing toll on the mind and the body. And it's something, Virgo, that you really need to be aware of, that there's only so much you can take. I think it's funny too, she's got a dot above the third eye. This one here, that perception is sticking out, and then we have the card perception back here as well. You're gonna have to see this very differently. That sometimes people do change, things change, our jobs change, our structures change, and it can be a very hard pill to swallow because we don't want to believe what we're seeing, right? It's like I don't want to see what it is that my two physical eyes are seeing in the 3D. And it's like, take me away to something else. Move me into a space beyond this, please. I always get the craziest and deepest messages, I swear to goodness. But Virgo, that is your message for November. Be aware of this situation. You are going to have to see it differently, definitely. If you found, goodness gracious, if you found that this video resonated for you, hit the like button, subscribe, feel free to comment. I know, you know, some people don't want to go too personal, and that's fine, but let me know if this resonates. Especially something like this, because it runs so deep, you know, and I'm reading for so many of you. I would hate to think that the whole world is going through this, and I'm sure not every Virgo is, but still. So, for those of you who are interested in personal readings, that information can be found in the description box below, the About section of the page, and you can also go to holisticallyzenwv.com for a full list of products and services. I'm wishing you guys the very best of November. Take care of yourselves, please. Work your way through this, and if I can be of any service in any way, please feel free to reach out, okay? Sending you guys light and love. I will see you soon.